Hello, my name is Donald George and I'm your host of Great Historical Moments. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This way you won't miss any of our educational and mentally stimulating videos. The great historical moment for today is the iconic, "I Have a Dream" speech by Martin Luther King. The question today is, how far have we come since Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech? Have we reached this dream? Does this dream include transgender persons? Does this dream include illegal immigrants and the rights of unborn babies? Over 60 years has passed since this iconic speech and times have changed. America is struggling to answer these very complicated social and moral questions. What were the intentions of Martin Luther King when he wrote his speech? If he was alive today, how would he address these issues? On August 28, 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. delivered one of the most powerful and influential speeches in American history. Standing before a crowd of more than 250,000 people at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., he articulated his vision of a nation where people of all races would live together in harmony and equality. He called for an end to the evils of racism, segregation, and discrimination that plagued the country, and he urged his listeners to pursue their rights with nonviolence, dignity, and faith. He also appealed to the ideals and values of the American founding documents, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, which promised freedom and justice for all. The speech, known as "I Have a Dream," was a defining moment of the civil rights movement, which aimed to end the legal and social oppression of African Americans in the United States. It inspired millions of people to join the struggle for racial justice, and it pressured the government to enact landmark legislation. But how far have we come since King's dream speech? Has his dream been realized, or does it remain an elusive goal? What are the challenges and opportunities that we face today in achieving racial equality and harmony? There is no doubt that the United States has made significant progress toward racial equality and integration since King's speech. The legal barriers that enforced racial segregation and denied basic rights to African Americans have been dismantled. The social and economic opportunities for people of color have improved. The representation and participation of minorities in various fields and sectors of society have increased. The attitudes and behaviors of many Americans toward racial diversity and inclusion have changed for the better. However, there is also no doubt that the United States still faces serious problems and challenges related to race and racism. The gaps and disparities between whites and blacks in income, wealth, education, health, housing, and criminal justice remain large and persistent. The incidents and issues of police brutality, racial profiling, mass incarceration, and hate crimes demonstrate the continued existence and impact of systemic and structural racism in the country. There are new challenges facing this country. How should America handle transgender issues? How should America handle the illegal immigrant and abortion issue? Are these classes of people entitled to the same respect and protection like all Americans? The government and the institutions of power and authority need to acknowledge and address the root causes and the consequences of racism and discrimination in the country. They need to enact and enforce laws and policies that protect and promote the civil and human rights of all people, regardless of their race, ethnicity, or background. They need to invest and allocate resources and opportunities to the communities and groups that have been historically marginalized and oppressed. They need to hold accountable and punish those who violate and abuse the rights and dignity of others. Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech remains a source of inspiration and guidance for millions of people who aspire for a better and more just world. It reminds us of the ideals and the principles that we should strive for as a nation and as a human race. It challenges us to confront and overcome the obstacles and the barriers that prevent us from realizing those ideals and principles. It calls us to action and to responsibility to make a difference and to make a change. The dream lives on, but it is up to us to make it a reality. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Together, we can make a change in our world. Thank you for joining me on Great Historical Moments.